How's it going, guys?
Hi, Chad.
Hi. So the hot topic of conversation this week has been the racist slur that was used by the ESPN anchor. I think we all kind of need to take a step back and understand intent when it comes to a topic like this. Let's be honest, there's no need or place for any type of racism when it comes to ethnic slurs and so on and so forth. There's no need for it.
No.
But at the same time, I think I heard the comment, I heard the quote live on the internet, reading it all the way through, or listening to it, and
this is regarding Jeremy Lin, right?
Yes, yes, the shaking the arm, very familiar, yes. And I think, in my opinion, the person who said it clearly did not mean that.
Correct.
Yeah, that type of intent. I just think, as a society, we maybe get a little too oversensitive. Obviously, as a corporation that ESPN is, they're protecting their own, their own interest, obviously. I just think that in that particular situation, everyone needed to kind of take a step back and understand the intent that was involved in the comment.
Well, and I think, sometimes those networks need to do what they need to do. He didn't get fired. Right?
Well, the guy who posted the ESPN mobile article did get fired.
Okay. The guy who said it, though.
The anchor did not get fired.
That's suspended.
Wasn't there the play-by-play announcer of the New York Knicks who also said it?
It was said multiple times by multiple people.
And he has been, I think, slapped on the wrist, fined, but not suspended.
Yes.
There was an article on that today in the New York Post.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. Especially when you're talking, sometimes you can't process what goes going through your mind, and you might slip up and say something and insert foot in mouth type of thing. However, I think what's really at fault here is the ESPN, the way that they have their checks and balances set up for their internet site. I don't know how that could have gotten through a couple of people where someone wasn't like, oh gosh, we can't do that. And apparently what happened was it was a night guy, and there were no checks and balances that night. So he came up with the headline and posted it the way he always does. And I think ESPN has to kind of take some responsibility and now go back and put some kind of checks and balances in place.
And you know what else too in this? I mean, I'm an announcer. I've been doing it for 30 some odd years. You've got to realize now that you really just can't say anything because someone is going to take it out of context and anything along those lines. And the next thing you know, the blogs are coming in, the Twitter's going crazy, and all of a sudden, are you kidding me? You're going to call me out for that? I mean, it happens all the time.
In a sports context,
yes.
So I feel like that.
I know.
In that term, I feel like has been used many times, over and over and over.
Yeah. In this case, because it's Jeremy Lin, it's not sitting well with the Asian population,
sure.
And I can understand. But I also think that those outside of the guy who posted it, the two, I think there's at least two announcers, and they didn't get fired for it. They just were told, look, you got to really be thinking before you say something like that.
Not for nothing, they were probably a little more important in their respective careers than whoever the night guy was posting headlines on ESPN.
Right. No, that's a good point, though. Thank you very much for that. Thank you.
Thank you.